Hey everybody, welcome back to Mid Out of the Box, the fastest growing action figure show here on YouTube. I'm your host, the godfather of toys, the J-Bomb. Randall and Mr. T are back at home. As you can see, I'm here with the Doctor of Belts, Candyman Chris. He invited us up here today to end our holiday season and present me with this National Heavyweight Belt. If you've been a subscriber and a follower of my program, you saw that I ordered a national belt similar to this a few months back. I actually had my two buddies from Championship on the Line podcast review just how crappy that belt was. You can go back in the archives and see it. And he took pity on me because this was the second belt that I had bought that was a complete piece of crap. And he presented me with this for Christmas today, which is above and beyond what he should have done. But I appreciate it. It's a beautiful belt. The leather is great. The thickness is great. The plating, everything is top notch. It blows away the belt that I got earlier. And if you would talk about the belt maker, and we want to shout him out because he's new to the game, from what I understand.
He's relatively new to the game. His name is Muhammad Asif. You can look him up on Facebook, or his company is MS Creations. He also has a Facebook. If you want a quality wrestling belt, he can make just about anything from what I've seen. So hit him up on Facebook, social media. He's everywhere, and he's one of the up-and-comers in the game. Don't go through a middleman. There's been problems with that. But hit up Muhammad Asif, and you'll get good quality belts.
And if it's anything like this, you won't be disappointed.
One thing I liked about this belt, this is the first belt I've gotten from Muhammad, but the leather on this belt is just
top notch.
Yeah, if you're into it's going to sound bad to the non-belt fans, but if you're into the soft and floppy, Muhammad Asif nails it with that.
And you can tell because some of the belts you got, they come like this, and they stay like this forever. Unless you lay them out in the sun or something.
If you can see the United States belt behind me, that's how I don't know if you can even classify that as leather, but that's how it is on that belt. You take it off the wall and it stays straight because it's stiff like that.
And we're starting off the new year with some belt talk because in the next couple of weeks, I have a special episode coming up reviewing a belt. I don't want to give anything away, but if you know me and you follow the show, you probably have an idea if you're hip to the belt game.
And I'm jealous of this one. I want this one bad.
So we're going to review it. And if it's anything like their previous products, it should be a home run. But other than that,
I've got a AWA tag on order. Not from Muhammad Asif, but from another maker. If you want, when I get it, we can do another show and.
Yeah, we'll get together and review that. We're trying to bring you guys, because I see a lot of people get out there, and there's probably millions of belt review guys. I've seen some guys that do really good work, but I don't think they factor in a lot of the price component, what it means. Because like I said, if I was the age I am, single, no kids, no wife, nothing like that, living in mom's basement, I probably have a Dave Milliken or a J-Mar for every single belt because when I first got in the belt game, that's all you could get. And I had those. But those were costing me, back then, $500 for my J-Mar and $1,000 for the...
And they've done nothing but go up. And the wait times are, if you even get them.
Yeah, I happen to know Dave. We had a past relationship, but I would never even attempt to try to order one now. I hear the nightmares of how busy the guy is.
They're like Green Bay Packer tickets, dude. People die waiting for their belts.
And trust me, anyone out there that's ordered Dave Milliken and waiting for it, I don't care how frustrated you are. When you get it, it's going to be worth the wait.
It'll be worth it.
Because those things are gorgeous. I regret having to get rid of the ones I had. But it's kind of like being married to a supermodel for a year. And it was a great year. It was a great time while I had them. So, but like I said, it depends on how particular you are. It depends on how much money you want to spend. I mean, you could have a very nice collection, to the naked eye. I mean, if you're gonna have some kind of crazy belt person come over and inspect it all, I could see them.
Exactly.
I could see them being asses about it. But I mean, if you just want something, someone comes over and they take a look at this and hold it or whatever. It's a great conversation piece. It does what it's supposed to do. Today, when we were talking about it, I was talking about how the spoiler was a national champion on WWF, how I'm listening to the Arn Anderson podcast right now, and they've been talking about the history of this, because 86 was kind of when the national title finally went away, got unified with the U.S. belt behind us. And how this actual cut of the metal, when this was introduced, you had the WWF heavyweight belt, the AWA tag belt, the TV belt, this belt, the Pacific Northwest belt, and there's probably a couple other out there. I think one of the Central States belts might have been one of the two.
Yeah.
But
very used.
The World Class America belt.
Yeah.
So this,
Chino Hernandez.
Yeah, this was a very popular cut. It lasted a long time, and in my opinion, for my money, was one of my favorite cuts, because 85, 84, 85, 86, that's when we got into this. And like, for all you that don't know, I kind of watched wrestling in and out as a kid, but once I went to a different junior high and was reunited with this guy, it became our entire life in 85 watching wrestling. So I was kind of in and out here and there watching it, because WWF came on TV here at midnight on Saturdays, and I watched, if I was up that late and flipping the channels, I'd see some stuff. I saw World Class on Channel 56 every once in a while, I saw NWA every once in a while. But then in 85, when we started, going home from school every day, that's all we did. We had a copy of WrestleMania 2 and WWF's greatest title matches that we watched every single day.
Yep. Until we got Lords of the Ring and Lords of the Mat, and what was it? Lords
and Skywalkers.
Yeah,
Skywalkers.
Yeah.
But then at the time too, you had AWA on ESPN 5 days a week. You had probably about 10 to 12 hours of wrestling on Saturday and Sunday between WWF, NWA, UWF. So we were watching close to 40 hours a week of wrestling at the time. So that's like I said,
over and over.
So like these belts, like I said, you could go to the Shop Zone or whatever and buy some of the current belts, but it's like it's the belts like this that bring back the memories. There was an episode of AEW earlier this year where Conrad Thompson brought in Tully's belts, and FTR had the old tag belts and things like that.
Tag belts. And
it's like Conrad Thompson's the kind of guy that could have bought any belt he wanted. He could have, but that's for anyone that's between the age of,
that's a sweet spot,
40, 50. That's the sweet spot. That's what brings you back. And of all the belts that I end up getting now, it's all the classic stuff. Yeah. I don't like any of the new. If someone offered me a WWF belt or WWE belt nowadays, like, I love belts with figures. I don't buy any of the Apollo Crews, the Santos Del, whoever that guy is with the mask. They come with belts, I pass them up. But I've bought...
the new WWF belts are horrible.
But I've bought Kazarian and Scorpio Sky like 6 times because they come with the belts, and I like those belts. But
and the detail they put into the belts now, man, it's amazing.
Like I said, from the guy, take it from us who thought that the wrestling ring company foam belts were the greatest things ever created, which is kind of funny because I was thinking about this. This has got to be about over a 30-year anniversary of us getting those belts, because I left your house, got home, and they'd come, and you went to the Ozzy Osbourne concert with Steve.
Oh, wow.
For New Year's Eve, and then I called you and told you, hey, I got those belts. They came in the mail early.
That was New Year's Eve 87, 88.
Yeah, and I got our wrestling ring tag belts. So we had to wait another week to get together so we could cut promos after wrestling the pillows on my mom's couch. So...
yeah, I remember.
And I remember you were excited about going to the concert, but pissed off that you didn't get you had to wait another week for the belt. So anything you want to add before we cut this off?
When it comes to the belts, we've said it before, do your homework, talk to the people, make sure you don't get scammed. It's been a big deal in the hobby recently. Just know who you're dealing with and make sure they're reputable and legit. Ask for references and, don't get scammed. That's my biggest takeaway from the hobby recently.
And like I said, you can always get a hold of me. You can always leave me a message. You can always ask me. If I don't know, I can refer you to him. It's out there. I don't want to see you having to make a video like I did with my guys from Championship on the Line podcast of going over getting a crappy belt. I mean, $200, $300 isn't going to kill me. It hurts. But I know $200-$300, if you're a younger guy or someone that doesn't make that much money, that's a lot of money to somebody. I mean, that's kind of, if you're at the right age, that's a car payment. That's something like that. And I don't want to see you guys, especially if you put more than that out and get scammed. So, like I said, do your homework. Look at reviews. If you do go through Amazon, they got reviews on there. You can always Google, DuckDuckGo. There's a lot of resources, so do your homework before you put any kind of money down. And Chris, thank you very much. This is the coolest gift I've gotten in a while.
Glad you like it, man.
I appreciate it. And this will go up in my office.
And MS Creations, Muhammad Asif on Facebook.
Thank you, Muhammad. This is beautiful work. And we'll put a link in the description box to some of his social media so we can direct some traffic there. Hopefully you see this, and if you do, Muhammad, thank you. It's beautiful work. I appreciate it, and it's going to go in a place of honor in my home. So that'll be it for this week. Thank you. I hope you all had a safe and happy New Year, and we look forward to bringing you a lot more stuff like this in the coming year.
Let me just say, prayers to Eddie Williams' family. That's all I want to say.
Kick out, Eddie. We're pulling for you.